And joining us now live via Skype with tips on how to manage back-to-school anxiety is Dr. Michele Nealon, a licensed psychologist and president of the Chicago School of Professional Psychology. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Melvin and Renee. Great to be with you.
So this is a really complicated, complex time, and it's such an individual choice for many families as far as when they will send their kids back to school and if they feel comfortable. So how do parents decide what's best for them, doctor?
You know, when we think about sending our children back to school, and I've got children myself, it's not only about sending them back to learn. Children, as Kim just said, it's about their social life, it's about how they interact with adults, and it's also about their emotional life. Parents at this time need to watch their children carefully, observe them, and pay attention to any anxiety that they may be experiencing. But it's a good time to get them back.
And students, they've spent a lot of time learning to do virtual classes, right? Learn from home. And I imagine there's got to be some anxiety in terms of going back to class, adjusting to that classroom environment. How do students deal with that pressure?
Right as they did when we entered this pandemic, there was an adjustment period. There was a period of uncertainty. They didn't quite know, what does this mean? How do I manage it? Children need to know facts and routines in advance. The more that we can prep them, visualize for them, this is what it's going to be like when you go back. This is what you can expect. Here are the questions that you can ask. Here are the people you go to for answers. So help them see it in their mind. Help them prepare for it. Work with the school as well and ask the school, what are the things that we need to tell our children and prepare our children for, and practice, 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 just like we would the first day of school.
Absolutely. Preparedness is so important in mitigating anxiety. So, doctor, what signs do parents need to be on the lookout for in terms of their kids maybe presenting with anxiety? What should they look for?
There are three groups of things: how our children are doing physically, how they are doing emotionally, and how they are doing behaviorally. So let's put that into more down-to-earth language. Children will tell you they're feeling anxious. They'll tell you they have headaches. They've got stomach aches. They're just not feeling well. They also might be, in younger children, more irritable, more grumpy, more clingy. For our tweens and our teens, they might be more angry than usual, a little bit more quick to snap back or starting to want to avoid things. They might tell you they have difficulties concentrating. They're not so sure, worried about the what ifs, what thens. But common to whether it's very small children, tweens or teens, they're going to be worried and have a lot of negative thoughts. That's the hallmark of anxiety. Worry, worry, worry.
And doctor, before we let you go, I do want to find out, what are things parents can do to help kids manage that back-to-school anxiety?
That's such a great question, Renee, because children take their emotional cues from us. If we're anxious, they'll be anxious. If we're optimistic and confident, like you just said, Melvin, there's a feeling of energy. If we allow ourselves to feel that energy and optimism, then children will start feeling that too. Children also need to feel a sense of control. So again, the issue of preparedness. Tell children what they can do well in advance. Teach them as well how to take care of themselves, who to go for questions, as I said earlier. And also all those routines. Don't so much talk to children about safety or about this is what we're going to do now. Talk with them about this is the time that parents and teachers have decided it's good to go back to school now. And again, let them know what to do well.
And resources on mental and behavioral health, visit thechicagoschool.edu/insight.